won't let me go live, so I have to do it on this video. It's just weird. Howard Brown, dumb as hell. Been trying to get help from them for months with all this suppression stuff. Ain't no fucking help. They're like the actual worst place, probably the worst place in me trying to get mental health was Howard Brown. Too much bullshit. All the stress of them putting thousands of dollars of bills in collections that shouldn't have been in collections because I'm getting lab work in my doctor's office. So doesn't it make sense that the doctor's office where I'm getting the lab work is, even if it's a separate part of the office, but it's my doctor telling me to go across the room or across the hall, whatever, get your labs drawn, and then that place charges me separate from the doctor's office. So I had probably like $3,000 to $4,000 of medical bills from getting labs at the doctor office drawn that they should have been took out of collections because it went all the way to collections and stuff. And then they finally reverted it back, but that causes so much stress. And then I couldn't even get the fucking mental health stuff. But anyways, then they call today, May 1st, from what a request that was put in a month and a half ago that they were supposed to be calling me, and then they just called me randomly and sending the police to my house and shit. Shit crazy. So then the police come and I'm explaining to them, as y'all can see on the videos or whoever can see on the videos. And first of all, they're not there to make sure I'm okay. They're there to try to get me outside so they can do whatever they want to me type shit. They don't give a damn about them cameras. They even lied on camera before, all type of shit. But it's funny that I asked for a supervisor. Well, I didn't ask for a supervisor. The lady said that a supervisor, a sergeant, was coming. That's what she said. Y'all can see on the video. So I waited. I didn't see the sergeant. On my front door, I'm hard of hearing in my left ear. I have negative pressure in both my ears, so I'm hard of hearing in my left ear especially. So I went and I put a post-it note that's taped up and some other letters like, you have to knock hard at my door because I can't hear. So if the sergeant, and they're saying that their body cameras are on, so obviously they've walked up to my door to even knock at the door. That's how I heard them the first time. So they can see all the signs that say hard of hearing, knock hard, blah, 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 blah. For everybody, deliveries, knock hard. Long story short, why did they close the gate and then have the sergeant call my name from like the side of the fence as if I was going to hear that? Like, what would make them think that I'm literally going to be sitting at my front door while the door is closed, by the way, listening and waiting for them to say something outside versus coming up to the door like the first officer and knocking? They sent, what, how many of those police cars was it? And officers that stayed there, whatever. Like, they don't get no fuck. Them be the same type of firefighters that sit up there and let a nigga die in the back of the ambulance. Like I heard of that other story type shit. Them the same type of people. And there's always some white people on some bullshit. But anyways, the sergeant came once and said my name on the side of the fence, as y'all can see. Now, I went back and called to the police department because they said the sergeant was there. So I went, and as you can see, I called them 414, 404, and 401, whatever. So they were supposed to, and I asked to talk to the sergeant because the sergeants were, and it was two sergeants at that. So I'm glad that, you know, they got all this spare income in Chicago and they're talking about income this and whatever. I ain't going into that. But they got the two sergeants literally sitting at the corner with the ambulance and the other officers and stuff, like just locking down my block to further, you know, give me anxiety. And I'm like, if the sergeant was coming to talk to me, why is the sergeant, it's two of the sergeants at that, just sitting at the corner? And you can see the times that I called from 401 to 414. I called them because the sergeants had already been sitting out there for damn near 10, 15 minutes that I was aware of. I came out up to the door, opened the door, wasn't nobody there. They're at the corner by the kids' school. So I called 3 times for them to say, "Oh, the sergeant is on the way." First, they said the sergeant was outside of my house, which they weren't. They were at the corner. Then the second 911 operator said, "Well, they're en route or whatever." And I'm like, "What do you mean they're en route? I can look at them out the kitchen window. I can see they're right there at the corner." So they said, "Oh, we'll let them know that you want to speak to them," and they still didn't come. So it was like after probably another 10 or 15 minutes, then they just left. Like, what type of shit is that? That's the same shit, like I told, as you see in the video, that's the same fucking shit that when they were supposed to be, when I had somebody busting out my window and I called the police, like, "Hello, there's somebody here busting out my windows," etc., etc. And the fucking police were literally sitting in the parking lot across the street from me in the kids' parking lot, where they literally, their car was facing my house. So not only could they see what was going on, and everybody can hear a window breaking. Let's be honest, it was like 10 o'clock at night, I think. So it's like it's kind of quiet, so people can hear a window break, and the officers, well, maybe they're listening to the radio or smoking a blunt or whatever the fuck they were doing in their squad car. Dead across, you can see somebody. It's an open field, so they had clear plane of sight, clear vision of sight. So you can see somebody who just threw a brick through my window, and I'm calling the police. "Hello, I need an officer here. A, B, C, and D is going on." And the police were sitting there the whole fucking time. I literally went over there and took a video and recorded it of the officers that were sitting there in their marked squad car while I'm waiting for the police to come to my house. And I'm literally telling the 911 operator, "The police are right here. Why the fuck are they not coming to the house?" They're literally sitting in the fucking parking lot, not doing shit. That's Chicago police, though. Same Chicago police sit up there and let all type of shit happen. "Well, the neighborhood that you're in." I'm gonna post those videos. I'm gonna post everything. The neighborhood that you're in. So if somebody tries to shoot you or kill you or whatever, we may not even get here in time, and that's just how it is. It's the area. Like, what the fuck? Interesting. But I bet if you tried to shoot a police officer or something like that, or if someone in general had an interaction with the police, I bet they would come extra fucking fast for that shit, huh? I bet it wouldn't be no delay all because of the area. No, they would come like they came today, damn near 10, 15 strong or some shit. Weird as hell. And these are the same people that put me in the mental space that I'm in now. It's like, it's so horrendous seeing people that are playing with your life and they doing all this weird shit, and then even stopping me talking about, "Oh, we pulled you over because a tail light is missing." No, you did. You just said you pulled me over because I was involved in a high speed matter with this other vehicle, and I was trying to call the police. The police didn't want to come when I took the videos and the pictures of this little, oh my God, it was like a 1970s pink and white van, and it had what am I thinking? All the windows were tinted out, and I heard a little girl screaming, and I called the police, and the police didn't do shit. They ain't come out to the scene to try to find the car or nothing like that. I gave them where it was at and blah, blah, blah. And then later they tried to act like, oh, it was a jurisdictional thing. Like, if someone is screaming for help in a blacked out vehicle, then what the fuck do you mean it's a jurisdictional thing where they didn't know which Chicago police to call? Because it was on 83rd and like Damon. So they didn't know if it was Chicago police or Evergreen Park police or whatever. I'm like, it's always something. But because my side of the story is never going to be heard, it's never going to be told. I'm going to just be dead, and they go like, "They go another dead nigga." And then people wonder why people have these mental health breakdowns and A, B, C, and D happens. Like, it's because of shit like this. I've been tortured for years. I put a police lawsuit against the police department, and then now even on my name change, they got a state's attorney entering all this weird shit. You take the video of the white police sergeant while somebody is actively threatening my life and my safety in front of them, and he's smiling and smirking and laughing, and this is the fucking police sergeant. Yeah. Bunch of weird shit, like I've been saying. So that's all right. I'm gonna make sure I post everything as much as I can, because it's like, I don't know, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. I can't fucking take it.